So this is it, I say goodbye to this chapter of my ever-changing life. And there's mistakes, the path is long, and I'm sure I'll answer for them when I'm gone. So when the day comes and the sun won't touch my face, tell the ones who cared enough that I finally left this place that's been so cold. Look in my face, all the stories it will tell I can't erase. The road is long, just one more song, a little something to remind you when I'm gone, when I'm gone.
But Zintelli ain't just obsessed with her, he's making moves of his own. Anthony Sessa knows him from KC. They worked together once, a job nobody talks about. Now they're both in Brooklyn, predators circling the same kill.
Is paved with good intentions, so they say, and some believe that no good deed goes unpunished in the end, or so it seems. So when the day comes and the sun won't touch my face, tell the ones who care enough that I finally left this place that's been so cold. Look in my face, all the stories it will tell I can't erase. The road is long, just one more song, a little something to remind you when I'm gone, when I'm gone.
He don't raise his voice, he don't move, he just nods once, real slow. Argument ends right there. They saw it, this kid had gravity. Now he walks the road like it's his own stage.
And there's mistakes, the path was long, and I'm sure I'll answer for them when I'm gone, when I'm gone.
Bambi's twisted tales, the Pied Piper, the collector of souls. The town of Hamelin looked pretty on a postcard, cobblestones, church spires, tidy markets. But up close, it stank of rot. The mayor sat in City Hall like a swollen tick, silk vest stretched over his belly, fingers greasy from chicken bones and bribes. The aldermen were worse, pockets lined with stolen taxes, eyes blind to beggars. The merchants cut flour with chalk, watered wine till it tasted like vinegar, shorted ya on every scale. The priests offered blessings for a price, looking the other way as sins piled up. And out in the alleys, the real infestation, rats, big disease-dripping vermin, crawling over corpses in the gutter. And the humankind, pickpockets, pimps, junkies, thieves. The city wasn't dying, it was already dead. It just didn't know enough to lay down. That's when he came. At dawn, when the fog rolled low over the cobbles, a man strolled in through the east gate. Tall, lean, wrapped in a dark coat that dragged the ground, hat pulled low, boots dusted from the road. His face, pale, sharp, forgettable if you wanted to forget it, but the thing no one forgot, the flute, bone-white, polished, smooth like glass, too long for a bird bone, too thick for a deer. Folks whispered it was carved from a human femur. He didn't smile, didn't greet. He just leaned on the gatepost and waited, and sure enough the mayor waddled out for his morning cigar. "You got rats," the piper said. His voice was soft, but it cut like razors. The mayor puffed smoke. "So what? We've had rats forever. What's it to you, stranger?" "I can rid you of 'em, every last one, but it comes at a price." The aldermen gathered, snickering. "What do you want, Gold? Coin? We can pay." The piper tilted his head, eyes cold. "I don't deal in coin. My fee is souls." The mayor laughed, belly shaking. "Souls? Ha! Take all the rats' souls you want. They ain't worth a damn anyway." The piper's smile was thin. "So be it." They shook hands. The piper's grip was cold, colder than winter stone. That night he lifted the flute to his lips. The sound wasn't music. It wasn't a song. It was hunger turned into sound. A low, winding melody that slithered into ears and coiled round spines. The rats froze, thousands of them, mid-bite, mid-scurry. Their red eyes glazed. Then they turned. From the cellars, the sewers, the walls, the pantries, they poured, a tide of fur and teeth, squeaking in eerie harmony. The piper walked slow and steady. The rats marched behind him. Through the market square, past the church, mothers clutched their babies as the swarm surged by. Down to the river. At the bank, the piper blew one long final note. The rats surged forward, plunging into the black water, splash after splash, until the river writhed and foamed. By dawn, Hamelin was clean, not a rat left. The town cheered, bells rang, wine spilled. The mayor sat fat on a throne of gratitude. But debts don't vanish, they just wait. The piper returned to City Hall the next morning. "My price," he said simply. The mayor sneered. "Your price? You think we're paying for what you already done? You're a fool. Get out of here before we hang you." The aldermen laughed, banging their mugs. "Souls," he said. "Ha! This guy's cracked." The piper's expression didn't change. "Oh no, not your souls, your children's." Chapter 6, The Midnight Lullaby. That night the piper played again. This tune wasn't sharp like the rat song. It was soft, sweet, a lullaby that wrapped around hearts like warm milk and honey. Children stirred from their beds, eyes half closed, feet bare, pajamas dragging in dirt. One by one, doors creaked open. Little shadows spilled into the street. Parents woke to silence, beds empty, cribs bare. "Maria! Jacob!" mothers shrieked. Fathers grabbed belts, boots, clubs. But the children didn't stop. The music was louder than blood, stronger than love. They marched step by step out of town. The piper led them to the black mountain at the edge of the forest. He raised his flute one last time. A crack split the stone, yawning wide like a mouth. The children filed in, dozens, hundreds. Their voices hummed, dreamlike, singing fragments of the piper's tune. When the last child stepped through, the crack sealed shut. The music stopped. When the parents arrived, screaming and clawing the rock, there was nothing left but stone. All but one. A crippled boy, too slow to keep pace, sat sobbing in the dust. "He took 'em," the boy whispered. "He took 'em all, and they ain't coming back." Years passed. Hamelin never recovered. The markets emptied, the churches echoed, the laughter of children was gone forever. But travelers said if you passed the mountain at night, you'd hear it. A faint flute winding through the stone, and if you listened too long, you'd swear you heard little voices. Children's voices, begging, scratching, calling out, "Mama, Papa, help." But no one ever opened that mountain again. The piper was never seen. Some said he was a man, some said a demon. Others swore he was death itself, walking the world with a flute made of bone. One thing was certain, he was the collector, and every town's got a debt. Supreme's Gold Dust Cannoli Crunch. Sweet, loud, and impossible to ignore. When regular dessert just ain't supreme enough, you reach for Supreme's Gold Dust Cannoli Crunch. Crunch louder than your enemies, shine brighter than your jewelry, and taste sweeter than your last score. Features: drip certified cannoli cream so smooth it makes Gucci look like Goodwill. Crunch factor: pastry shell cracking louder than a 38 on Mulberry Street. Edible bling dusted with real gold flakes, 'cause Supreme don't roll basic. Christians in telly. I bit into one, and a DJ showed up out of nowhere. Mikey the Hammer. Too sweet for me, but hey, the box doubles as a weapon. Lopez. I can't admit this under oath, but yeah, best damn cannoli I ever seized. Special offer? Order a dozen today, and Supreme throws in his signature drip napkin. Keeps your hands clean while you flex. Supreme's Gold Dust Cannoli Crunch. Dessert so fresh it comes with an entourage. Moral of the story: don't bargain what you can't pay. Every promise has a price, and every debt has a collector. The piper don't take excuses. He don't take IOUs. He takes what matters most. And remember, this has been another nightmare from Bambi's Twisted Tales. Subscribe, smash that bell, and step into Bambi and the Pizzaverse, where fairy tales don't tuck you in, they drag you out.